And I got that 15. Thank you. No.
Oh, hot dog water drinking that.
No your dog tag.
I done ran into that shit too. All right, y'all. We got a new, I guess, a new series coming to the channel, man. I'm gonna start breaking down my gameplay and let you know why I do the things I do, and the rotations I make, and just getting to the mind, the mark, basically. So, with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, if you learned something new, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here, subscribe, and we're gonna get right into it. All right, real quick before we get into the actual gameplay, I want to address something for the people who run with teams. Stop rushing for people to res you, or rushing to res your teammates in certain situations, especially if you're playing Resurgence. You're going to come back in like 20 seconds anyway. Stop rushing for me to res you. In this situation right here, my teammate goes down and kind of rushes me for the res, but I literally pay no attention to him. I let him sit on the ground, and I make sure it's safe to get him before I get both of us killed. So always keep that in mind, like where you're at and like where you seen enemies, or where people could be coming from. So always check your surroundings.
No, he just fucking ran behind me and beat me up. That's crazy. And I saw him jump through the window. All I hear is that's all I hear is the knife going off. Hey, that shit funny as fuck. Look, I ain't know when you just ran past me, nigga.
It's a nigga right here. It's two right here, bro.
Hey, Mixer,
I got you, bro. It's two right here. They down. They down. All right, y'all. When y'all first landing in, you always want to land in somewhere familiar to you. Always have a spot, especially when you run with squads that you're comfortable with landing. You can get a gun quick, and you feel confident engaging in gunfights. So always keep that in mind, like where you land. All right, right here, something a lot of people don't do is hold the right hand peek. When you playing, you can see that your character's holding the gun, fires the weapon with their right hand. So you're gonna wanna, your body is less exposed on your right side than it is on your left. So if I were to peek the opposite way, my body would have been way more exposed than the way I was peeking. So I always try to have the cover to my left, so that way the right side of my body is like out, exposed. So that way it's easier and quicker to get in the cover because less of my body is exposed, and I'm taking less of a risk, when I'm fighting somebody and I'm using the cover to my advantage.
Toward Bonnie. Ain't no way that. The whole team in the back of that, man.
They pushing me now, King.
No place.
Right here, I overextended, and I played my life as best as I could, but it was way too many people right there. Sometimes stuff happens, Luckily, my team held it together, and I'm able to get back in there.
Yeah, he won tap.
Good work.
All right, so usually when I'm coming back from being dead, my teammates are fighting. So I land in, try to get a gun immediately, and help them fight. Unfortunately, I don't get there before my teammates die, but I'm able to take one guy out. Always get into the fight, even if you have a pistol on these games. The pistols hurt, bro. Like they're still guns at the end of the day. So even if you got to fight with a pistol, get in the fight, man. Ain't nothing worse than a useless teammate, man. So you always want to make sure you get active.
Kill them all. Revenge killers bring back your squad mates faster. Good work. Got gas moving in.
A lot of people.
All right, right here, I get a few picks. Luckily, I kill a guy, get his loadout weapon, and I'm able to get a few picks right here next to these buildings over here. So I see that there's guys landing in the back of the map by this tower over here on this buy station. If you look on the mini map, every time you kill somebody, their teammates ping on the map. So I'm gonna communicate that to my teammate and let them know, there's people landing in the back. So I'm gonna go to this hill right here. That way I can still look back on my teammates and, see if they need help. Or I can make this push to this team,
People in the back too.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Whole team here?
My teammate
Inside on y'all?
See, my teammate calls out right there. There's people on him.
Damn, he
I'm
got
asking,
me.
is there still people inside on y'all? I killed that one guy. Boom, kill another one. I noticed that he got a kill and my other teammate got a kill. So that's team wipe, right? I'm thinking at this point, it's still people in the back. Y'all got the team wipe in there. I'm going to focus on this team in the back. So now I'm fully committed to this team right here.
I got a team here with me.
Pulling.
All targets are KIA. Solid work.
Need help.
In the back.
I got one.
All right, see right here, like I said, you got to pay attention to your teammates' call-outs. I'm letting them know that there was people, in the back of the map. We got that first team wipe. I thought that was all the teams that was in farm. So I made moves to the back, focusing on that team back here. One of my teammates came with me. He got down. Now, what I don't, like I said in the beginning, do not force the res. I see two dots, on both sides of us. So I know there's people, towards the buy station over here, and I know there's people behind me. So I'm not gonna force the res. I'm gonna make sure, I'm safe, and I'm gonna listen for the comms.
Bitch ass boyfriend there.
Our mortar strike is inbound.
Nigga, I don't like him like that.
Easy. I got you.
Inbound. Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Enemy squad is tracking your position.
Somebody at that building. See, I get the guy that's, trying to sneak up on us. I listen for the audio cue, and then I focus up on the teammate that was by the buy station. I don't overcommit, but I make sure I'm safe to get my teammate back.
So UAV active. Breach the enemy's network. Locate their uplink stations and down their position before they lock us out.
Cash here.
All right, right here, I get shot and I get my plates broken. As you can see at the bottom, I only have one plate. So even though I'm low on plates, I'm not going to just run from the fight. I'm going to get cover I'm gonna turn around, look at where they at, you know, try to get a few shots off, and just stay in the fight in general. Don't just always run when you get hurt, you know, because sometimes you being there, that difference between, you know, one teammate, two teammates being there is a big difference in the gunfight, you know. So always stay in the fight. Don't just run away unless you have to, or unless, you know, your team is a joint effort. Don't just tuck tail and run as soon as you get hurt.
Don't they ever push that again. There's more on y'all though.
First of all, why Tricks land on that boy like that? but my teammate lands on some people, on a guy, kills him, and now there's more people, you know, in between him and us. So we gonna sandwich these guys, take them out. What you gonna notice about this next fight is I get engaged, you know, I put a few shots out, but I don't fully push them, you know. I keep focusing on the surroundings as well as, you know, getting a few shots off when I can. Cause Battle Royale in general is just third party heavy. So you always want to focus on your surroundings, like I said.
Guns.
25 are left. Stay sharp out there. Hostile UAV overhead.
I can buy loading, bro.
I had dropped my money back there.
Your team is in the safe zone.
Yeah, that's what
I picked it up. I picked it up, but I don't have enough. So I bought UAV and shit like that.
Why is 2 loadouts over there?
I bought one over there in case we died.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Keep dropping these guys. Yep, right here.
Yep.
A little bit more. Yeah.
Extract whatever intel
Back
you
towards
can.
bathrooms.
Time's running out.
All going town center. Looks like. Got one close. It looks like too. The fuck? Behind the fence. What the fuck is this kid doing?
I know it's Monday night.
All right, right here, I see a guy crossing the street. Instead of jumping the fence and putting myself out in the middle of the road, I stay on the right side of the fence and catch him where I know he's going to be visible, you know?
Oh my god, whole team in bathrooms. This is gonna be fun. Right behind us. Oh.
I'm playing with good people, so I don't need to stay up their ass the whole time. You know, I could focus on other teams, and that's exactly what I do. I play this hill right here that I'm going up on. I can see the people at the hotel up here and the people over here on this side of the map because we have a UAV up. I can see the people on this side of the map. So I'm going to sit here and pick a few shots. You know, if I can pick up a few kills, that's great, but I'm not going to overcommit at all.
Right here. Oh,
Enemy resecured their network. It's over.
Don't do that.
Bounty targets are out. Take them
No,
down.
he's on a nasty fucking headway.
Watch the sky. Fire sale active. Have been reduced.
Oh, that's that here because you talking about shit.
Yeah, he's on a nasty outside.
All right, so I see that team is, you know, advancing towards me that was on the beach. still that team at hotel. I don't want to get caught up fighting multiple teams, and it's just me. So I fall back to farms and try to get some cover. I catch a guy trying to get his load out, take him out. Now we're going to focus back up and try to get with our team.
Oh, what is he doing back there?
Keep it alive, Mark. Keep it alive.
You have reinforced inbound.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
Fuck, I don't know where to land. Shit.
Squad mate is redeployed.
No, I almost finished this fucking kid too.
Make it count. Your squad mate's back on station.
All right, so right here I end up taking out one guy that was by the buy station, picking up loot. I push to the building, reload, and I know I have a thermal scope on my gun, so I'm gonna try to look through the smoke and get a few picks. Unfortunately, I go down, but that's where teammates come in. Luckily, King's able to, you know, come in, get a kill. That gives me time to use my self-res and get back on my feet.
Good work.
Oh my god, this a whole fucking team.
Get to cover.
What the hell? Two more in that room, King.
Good down. One more.
Your squad mate's back on station.
Hey, last one, y'all.
Fire sale over.
Oh my goodness.
Squad mate event.
Right below EG. He's down. Below you to your right, below you to your right, he's crawling backwards.
I noticed those guys behind us. I'm gonna look back, you know. Again, using that right hand peek, not over peeking. Put the cluster down to try to bait them out. I think he ends up fighting my teammate right here. And I try,
This way, Jay. Bring him this way.
yeah, I try to get him to bring him this way towards me.
Might landing above you too.
Two people landing. I take one out.
One down. One of them down.
I climb on the roof to try to give him some type of cover, but you know, sometimes you can't. I know it's still one under me. That's a lie.
People on mark.
Yeah, they underneath.
Bosnia, hostiles deployed a counter UAV.
Dude, you can.
Right back.
So we end up taking that team out. You know, again, don't rush the res, don't rush the buyback. There's no need, you know.
Enemy soldier
Played
incoming.
so bad. Armor box down. So hit that. Everybody hit that armor box so I can post another one down.
Friendly counter UAV on station.
Another armor box down.
All right, I see this guy that landed in. So I'm gonna rotate right, get up on the buildings. Now that I know that back there is clear, there's nobody behind us. It can't be unless they're in these buildings right here. So I'm gonna get up top, go on top of these buildings, and look for the team I just saw, because it has to be more than one.
You're far from the safe zone. Advise you start
Got a
moving.
portable radar for final circle.
There's niggas over here now. Where they went?
Is everybody in the
With me, boy.
Ten
Nigga
remaining.
ain't playing no game.
Give it up.
Yeah, but he hit that self and got up on business,
Look
boy.
at that active.
Yeah, they just precision.
back to me.
Right here, King. You hurt, King. You hurt.
Bring home the win.
Nigga just jumped off behind you, King. I ain't got no more AR bullets.
He's the last one alive, bro.
He hurt.
Mark, drop a 20. Drop a
All right, so right here at the end, I literally just played the hill, looked down on everybody, got free picks, shot until I ran out of AR ammo, and I didn't push until I noticed, like, okay, this is the last guy or the last two people, you know, a 3v2 situation, no bullets in my AR. It's time to, you know, you got to push now. So I literally try to limit the unnecessary interactions between, you know, me and the enemy. You know, the less he can shoot at me, the better. So a lot of my kills I get literal is just out positioning and just outplaying people, you know. For the most part, to drop a 20, you just positioning. Positioning is key. That is literal the moral of this video. So you guys learned anything new, you know, if you enjoyed the video, you want me to do more videos like this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time.